Hello and welcome back to another episode of the Crown Wars. My name's Syken and today we're continuing our playthrough of the Crown Wars. Last time we've customized all of our characters. I explained a little bit about the system. Now it's time to actually start the game. We are ready with that. Good. Valentine is our domain. We're in the middle of France. Apparently we're helping the French king. And we can now send our companion onto the first mission, the Breton Envoy, driven off the lands. Eliminate all imposters pillaging the lands. So whom are we going to pick for that? So for starters, we're going to go with Hawkbite, mainly because we need a tank. Cool. Then I would want a healer. Kind of goes without saying. Then I need DPS, and I would want kind of another pure DPS. And I need a frontliner. So we're either going to do the duelist thing, or alternatively, we're going to bring Divat and a nice little front line. I like the idea here of that front line. All of them have blood weapons. That's nice as well. So yeah, let's just use that team. In terms of consumables, so we got 2 times healing. I would like to pick another healing. Not sure if we need those bolts. Are they permanently gone afterwards? I think they are. Good. Might as well, in case things go wrong. You know what? We're taking 1 more balm, and you are taking shackles, just in case we're running into something that requires that. Trying to not use the consumables for now and just stick with the normal skills, but who knows. We're going to send our companions on the merry way, and now it's time to pass time and start the battle. So 800 gold, 200 of each resource. Seems like a pretty legit deal to me.
Ready to enter the fray?
Okay, eliminate all enemies. These guys are coming in with... Can't see them yet, but we got high ground and so on, so that's not bad. I like that you basically can see how far the enemy is able to see. So, moving our healer in, we got a halberdier here. These guys come in with 20 hit points. Yeah, that extra hit points that we've given them is now paying dividends. Look at that, 2 armor, 27 hit points. That's a lot. Okay, take our sniper.
My blade is yours.
I like it how they leave that blood trail. Hawkbite. Going to be the frontliner.
Ready to go?
Good. I would assume this is very similar to XCOM power and numbers. Don't want to split too far apart. We haven't covered Overwatch yet, which is a neat further mechanic, but so far we haven't had the chance to use it. We're still in concealment, so things are good. But concealment works a bit different here. So elevated ground is great. See, this is Overwatch, and essentially anybody who moves in the Overwatch zone will be shot upon. So we're going to do that on Overwatch. And oh, we are overwatching. Let's play with the same mechanics that we know from know and love from XCOM.
Consider it done.
Moving carefully over here. Our animal companion is doing the exact same. And we're moving in. Just in case this guy moves forward, I would say we are overwatching this area here. Can melee overwatch, which is cool. But I'm not 100% sure how well that is going to work. So, we have this nice little overwatch trap here. Let's go. It should be detected. Yep, there we go. Oh, he of course stopped just really shortly before it was he was coming to us. Okay. We need to focus fire. That's a given. I think no surprise here. We do have taunt on Hawkbite, and I would urge us to consider using that. We can't get any of these guys, so I think the right play here is to move, taunt this guy, and get the archer out of the way first. So what we're going to do is feline doesn't provoke attack of opportunity, moves in, and they get a power bonus if they both stand next to the same guy. So we're moving in. We will hopefully not be attacked by them, so because Hawkbite is going to taunt this guy off. So dog very much starts to hurt this guy. Fantastic. We got 3 to 6 piercing and poison. How much poisoning chance are we looking at? 65%. 5 to 9 versus 3 to 7. So I mean, this is on average 5. This is on average 7. So the poison has a two-third chance to basically deal, I think, 4 points of damage afterwards. We're looking at this hit point pool 12. So on average, 2 hits of this should already kill him. We're just going to hit him normally. I say crippling strike. Oh yeah. Okay.
Yes.
Good. Listen. What's the next deal here? I'm wondering if those serrated arrows are going to be consumed. 3 to 6 piercing damage. This is poison. Poison is not bad. Let's see if it consumes it. Yes, the arrow is gone. But this guy is poisoned, so he's going to take some damage going forward. We're just focusing on the halberdier, damage dealer.
Yes.
Thanks to our elevated position, we're okay. Okay.
At your command.
We're now moving in, flanking this guy, and we're switching to defensive style because there is a chance that we are going to taunt him, and you can see his willpower reduces that a bit. So we only have an 80% chance of taunting him, and he has a chance of dodging on top of it. taunted. No, he's... Well, that's going to hurt because he can now hit the lighter armor targets. We could continue to move on, but I don't think that that is a great idea.
That hit the mark.
Instead, we're continuing to hit them. Even though they have increased hit points, we're still making a meaningful impact. So we're now going to take quite a bit of damage back. Ouch. And this guy now has 3 armor. So we're right off the bat, we can see we have a bit of a problem with too much armor. Good. I think a great option here is to shiv. Resisted the poison, that's unfortunate. You can see very, very low damage from our end. Thanks to his massive armor. So we need better armor penetration, that is kind of a given at this point. The animations are just sick. Lovely. So, light wound for Divot here.
Ready when you are.
Takes a hit for the team.
I'm ready. Very well.
Takes 1 for the team. Doesn't complain, takes like a champ, has taken 4 points of damage.
Yes.
Hawkbite failed to taunt. That was a bit of a problem. Good. Let's see. I do have a nice little defensive position there. Maybe we can sneak in and take the high ground here. I don't think that high ground is as meaningful in this game as it is in XCOM. Yes. But being able to hit with your ranged weapons, definitely a bonus. I mean, dispute that.
My blade is yours.
Other than that, it boils potentially down to just haunting the enemies, really. Making sure that that they are on the right targets. Okay, we got some more enemies over there. Interesting.
Yes.
Good. End of turn. Okay, we're fighting against 4 this time. I do have very, very high hit points. I want to get this archer. He does have high ground. These guys do have reach and 2-handed weapons, so they hurt.
Yes. Ready to go. On the move.
Good. 1. We're taking you for a ride.
Consider it done.
Both of them will take high ground afterwards.
Yes.
I want Hawkbite to go over here because he will get this guy into melee combat.
With me. Yes.
And we bum rush the archer with our dog and our beastmaster. Okay. Defensive position.
Yes. I'll cover this area.
Overwatch. Can't really reach this guy, which is a shame.
At your command.
End of turn. He's potentially going to move here, and all hell is breaking loose. These are two ranged damage dealers, so the quicker we can get into their lines, the better. The melee's still far away. This is a hammer. Two-hand hammer, that's going to hurt. Okay, can't fully reach him. How could we get closer? I think we can position ourselves here, and then he's currently too far away to immediately get rushed. And that is a bit of a minor problem. Now this is much better because we can rush in.
At your command. I won't fail.
Getting a tiny bit further forward. Okay, we can move up here. At least get an overwatch going.
I'm ready.
Good. Well, it's
I'll
much
cover this
better.
area. Yes,
1,
I'll cover this area.
2,
At your service. They won't get through.
3,
Ready when you are.
4. Okay. The Arbalists here, their healer. Ooh, 2 hits and a dodge. That's nice. And now they do have a defensive position up there. Okay, cool. Well, I mean, as expected. Interesting situation. Let's start by moving in. This guy has a hammer. And I would like him to stay on our tank. Would be quite crucial to do that. Okay, he's taunted. So we can discuss what else we want to do afterwards, but at the moment, taunted. Now this guy has cover, which is not great. Moving to here. And starting to thin out the ranks.
Ready to go? Consider it done.
Good, we got high ground, at least against this guy. Okay. Yeah, getting upstairs is pretty much a pain in the rear. But we don't have that many other options here. I think the dog is just going to block because I'm not sure if the dog actually levels up. I think he's expendable.
Ready when you are. Very well.
Good.
Ready
Okay.
to go.
So we're either going to poison him. I think poisoning is the way here. Yes, okay, cool. No, it's not bad. 70% chance of hitting. or alternatively 100% or a little bit damage. I think we're just going to focus the archer. Good hit. Now that can happen. Okay, so we're going to definitely get a bit of a retaliation. This here gives us resilience, so, and we can regain some armor that we've lost before. Or alternatively, we're continuing to hit this guy for a few points of damage. Is this just... It ignores one armor. Okay, well... I mean, at some point we will need to get him down, so might as well start with that now. And that's really our turn. We're going to take some serious damage in retaliation, mainly because we couldn't get this guy down fast enough. Interesting that they can shoot in melee without getting attacked. Nice. Nice, we dodged it. Alright, so we're healing ourselves. What is our debuff, by the way? Bleeding. Okay, we can't really do much about that. But
I'll be quick.
we can kill this guy. Dog. Very much does not provoke attacks of opportunity.
Yes.
We are moving up. And now it's time to retaliate. Officer takes damage. Some more damage. Armor is hurting us.
Yes. Very well.
Moving to here so that we're not receiving any cover bonus. This guy isn't receiving any cover bonus. 95% chance to hit. Fantastic. Down to essentially 1 hit point. And there we go. Good. Now all we need to do is
May justice be served.
taunt this guy again. Get charm. And Hawkbite is doing super well. I mean, he dodged. He didn't take any damage whatsoever. Dodged again.
Yes. Yes. I won't disappoint. God guides my hand.
There we go. Hit and down. Fabulous. That worked better than expected. Look at that, everybody got a level up, and we got some weapon XP as well. So, for Hawkbite, we do have either strike down the enemy, dealing slashing damage, and gain a bonus. I mean, this is nice damage. I'm not going to deny that. But I think we're going to stick with the whole role of being the frontliner. And this gives 1 armor and a chance to taunt the enemy. So I like that. We're going to go into that route. For Ranvan, who is going to be our healer, we do have either AoE weakening or slowing. That's a good question. The slow, as far as I'm concerned, wasn't that oppressive, so might as well go for the weakening for now. I'd be wrong with that and regret it later, but the weakening seems like you can always do it, even or always use it, even if you are already in melee. Okay, so here we got 2 things. Either a passive 15% crit chance or an active slow. And although I like the idea of slow, I think I'm going to go with the passive. Passives are in RPGs tend to be ultra strong, because you always get them. And 15% bonus to crit chance when you're basically alone means we have a 30% chance to crit with him, and that is huge. And then Devat, I liked his DPS. That was not too bad. If for melee focusing, then this is a bonus attack, him and his dog. And the dog essentially would get 1 extra attack, so might as well go with that. I like the idea, and we're going back to our domain.
The expedition returned with worrying findings. The intruders were without doubt imposters wearing your family's emblem. It seems exile wasn't enough for your enemies. We need to find out who still wants to drag your name through the mud.
Okay. In here, in the chapel, we can improve the healing. Well, not the healing itself, but if you get mortal wounds or wounds in general, that could work. And you can get back on your feet. Divat has taken some damage. But doesn't need to rest. I don't know why. Oh yeah, Renman took some damage as well. Okay, but both of them seem to be okay for now. Oh, I forgot. We can also recruit. And so far, only level 1 recruits, with one exception, level 2 recruit. I'll hold off with the recruiting for now. I want another healer, but if we can find a level 2 healer, that would be nice. Getting essentially 1 level for free. There's also the opportunity, if I'm not mistaken, to train your troops. But I might be wrong with that. No, doesn't seem to be the case. I might have just dreamt that up. Anyway, so back to the greater lands of France. We got 2 more things. An assassination and a skirmish. So, since we have an extra group ready, might as well do the assassination. Take a healer. This time I would like to take one of the duelists. That makes a lot of sense. Another sniper would make sense. Now it's the question, do we want to go with another tank or do we go with Cougar? Good question, actually. I don't know if these guys can tank. That's my main concern. We need to level anyway we need to level all of them. But might as well go with this team. Or let's try that. Nothing wrong with trying it. Okay, we want a balm. Another balm. And the Cougar here gets a balm, and I think that's pretty much the extent to what we can do for now. Seems like a good team. Let's go. We're passing time. And since our main team just came back, we are able to send another team. And you can see Renman and Diva actually heal. So that means we will need to do some shenanigans here. So how many spots do we have? We got like what? 1 more spot. Okay. Upgrade to level 2. Can't do that. Don't have the resource. Okay. How long are you out of commission? 6 days. Alright. At the moment, we would still have a full team minus a healer. So, as much as it pains me, why does these guys cost 35 and this guy here costs 40? What's the deal? They have different stats? Ooh. They have different stats? Yes, look here. Critical hit. Higher. Oh no, they did have different weapons. They have the exact same stats. And he's 5 cheaper than the others. What is even going on? Okay. So. XQ6, one of our drivers. Let's go with headgear. I like that standard headgear. Let's go with a green color on everything. Bit of a darker metal. I like that. All right, XQ6 is ready. Getting the bow. And another healing flask. Okay, cool. Good. So, now, as we do have an additional mission, I think the starter missions are just as good as any. To send companions. Got a healer here with XQ6. Hawkbite would be ready, but let's put in Hail up so that we split the leveling fun a little bit and get everybody onto kind of a decent level. Zirkim gets his first showing, and we got Oscar Mike as well. One thing that is a bit concerning is... Oh wait, not concerning. Not concerning at all. We still got consumables from the others. That's good. Poison arrow, balm. Another balm. Oh, cool. See, they are not consumed. You always have them available even after you use them. That's not too bad. I think that's actually really, really nice. Ammunition. A bit different than in XCOM because you only get like one use of the ammunition, but it's not permanently consumed. That's not too bad. I like that concept. I wonder if it's the same concept with all of the other consumables. Maybe it is, actually. Good. Fantastic. So we're ready for the assassination, but that happens in the next episode. Thanks a lot for watching, guys. I appreciate your viewership, and see you in the next episode. Bye-bye.